Tyson connected 18 times.
Okay.
In those 8 rounds. He connected 18 punches. In 8 rounds, 18 punches landed. That means he made a little over $1.1 million for each connection. This dumb blonde walks into a bar. Oh, no, not a bar. Wait. This idiot dumb blonde walks into the library.
Okay.
Says to the librarian, "Yeah, I'm looking for something in a red wine, either a Beaujolais or a Merlot." And the librarian says, "Madam, you're in the library." And the dumb blonde says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for something in a red wine."
Welcome to Two Gaming Dudes.
Did we get duped? Did we get suckered?
I feel like we did.
Number one, the green screen effect is going right through my Madeline shirt. We didn't plan for it.
We didn't plan for that one out. Also, we both look like crap because we were both up all night watching the fight.
All right,
which on the East Coast, I mean, this didn't end till 2 a.m.
I'm really upset about this because it was just an embarrassment to the sport of boxing, which I've been a fan of since age 4, since I can remember. My grandfather was a Muhammad Ali guy, and he got me into the sport, and that was our thing. We bonded over boxing. And it's awful that this happened to Tyson, the greatest of all time. He's the Michael Jordan of this sport, and it was sad to see him come to this. But in retrospect, we really should have expected this.
Yeah, I mean, the dude has, arthritic knees, and he's got back problems, and I mean, he's old. He's like 60 years old.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack here, because a lot of problems happen. Besides that the product sucked. The fight itself was just shit. We'll get to that. There were tech issues with Netflix.
That was fun.
We'll get to that. Which should we start with?
Let's
start with the fight itself.
Yeah.
It was a $60 million purse.
Okay.
Paul was already guaranteed 40 mil. Tyson was guaranteed 20 mil. And I don't know what the undercard was, but we could probably look that up easily enough.
So Paul was guaranteed more money because he was also promoting.
He's also part of the promotion team. Yeah, he's a part owner of MVP Sports, which is the organization.
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. Where's the incentive? It wasn't winner takes 40, loser gets 20. You already know what you're making, so who gives a shit?
Right, at that point, it's like, I know exactly what my paycheck is. Win or lose, it doesn't change anything. So
why am I going to take the extra risk, go hard to get the win? I'm still just making 20 mil. There's no incentive. So no one cared.
Right.
Beyond that, I think we got duped because the training footage that we saw, especially recently this week, showed an Iron Mike Tyson steroid cranked out of his mind, just demolishing the heavy bag, moving with incredible speed and precision. You never would have known that he was pushing 60 years old. He looked incredible in the training footage.
Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
And then he got out there and he was just a 240-pound punching bag that couldn't move. And it makes me think, did we get duped? Would Tyson do something like that just to promote a fight? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
1,000% he would.
Absolutely he would.
He's done it many times before. If you've ever watched any of his documentaries or listened to his spoken word tour, he understands he's a showman. His point is, his job is to make an entertaining fight so people at the time would buy pay-per-views. He's done it many times. He's very open about it. Of course he would do this.
This isn't new.
So, I'm not saying that it was fixed. It wasn't at all fixed.
Not in that regard.
But it wasn't a real competition of real athletes with real stakes. It was a show. It was a sideshow circus freak show. And that's exactly what it turned into.
I mean, I was really hoping for that Rocky IV moment where that was also an exhibition, but he was like, I must take it seriously.
Do you think this is like a crossroad now for Jake Paul? Let me explain what I mean. He now has a crossroads because this is never going to work again. Nobody's going to do this circus sideshow shit ever again. Or certainly not pay for it anyway. Paul has to decide now, is he going to be a content creator? And I don't know how viable that is for him because there's a million assholes doing the same shtick. Johnny Somali, the Turbo XL guy.
His own brother.
Yeah.
His own brother is a content creator, and he's with Mr. Beast, one of the biggest content creators in the world. So,
but I mean, his shtick is, look what a public nuisance I am. Look what a jerk I am. It's funny that I'm a jerk. Lots of guys are doing that. He doesn't have the personality to do anything else.
Yeah.
He only has that one shtick. He can continue down that road, or he can try and become a legit boxer, which means He has to start fighting ranked contenders, real boxers. He can't do circus stuff anymore. It takes years to build a career that way. Most pro fighters, they start when they're 11, 12 years old, and they go to Golden Gloves, and then Junior Olympics, and if they're really good, the Olympics. And then they turn pro in their 20s, and they have a 10, 15-year career. He's been doing this 4 years. I don't think he has
in
the
4 years, he's already fighting Tyson, so...
Well, but he's not.
But he's not, but at the same time, it's like...
Is he going to be is he going to make an actual go to try and be a real boxer? I don't think he wants that.
No, I don't think he actually wants to get punched in the face that hard. So
He doesn't want to fight real fighters. He'll get killed.
No, he'll lose.
He's talking about Canelo. Canelo's 34 years old, still active in his prime, championship, world-class box. Not only will he get beat, he'll get hurt. You don't just play. It's not like soccer or hockey where you play.
Right.
You get hurt if you are unprepared in this game. Canelo will hurt him, possibly permanently.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really wants to do that.
I don't think I would really want to do that. He's got the $60 million now.
Yeah.
He's done this. I mean, if I were... Well, I mean, obviously, if I were him, I'd walk away from this. I'd be like, all right, that was fun. I'm done with that. Maybe now I'll try skateboarding with Tony Hawk or something ridiculous. Or, I don't know, do something else, maybe.
Well, I mean, if he's looking to continue doing... He still has ownership in MVP. He can still be a promoter. Right? He can still put on circus sideshow fights or turn it into a real organization and start putting on real WBC, WBA real fights. He can still do that.
Right. Okay.
He doesn't necessarily have to be a fighter to stay in the boxing game.
I got you. I got you.
Or he can, go on a little more steroids and join his brother in WWF. And maybe
I forgot his brother does that.
maybe have a career there. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
But this, I don't think this is going to happen again. This type of shit is going to happen again.
No. And even if it did, no one's going to pay money for it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the most entertaining part of the night was the undercard fights.
Yeah.
The women were the best fight of the night.
Destroyed each other. That was probably my favorite fight, too, because every other fight before that, they would, shake hands, give each other a hug, be like, oh, yeah, that was, a really strong fight. It was a wonderful champion.
Barrios Ramos was a fun fight.
Yeah, but they would always, hug afterwards. They're like, brother, you were amazing. That was awesome. When the girls fought and it was over, she was like, oh, that bitch butted me. I hate her. And
well, that was a bad... That's going to be a bad... That's going to be discussed for a while because that was a bad judging call.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not...
But anyway, I liked the drama in the women's fight.
The other issue, they were just not prepared for this many devices connecting at the same time to Netflix.
Yes.
Within, I don't know, an hour into it, we started knowing, oh, this is acting weird. And we didn't think anything of it. And then it kept on doing it, and we started getting suspicious and looking online. Hey, a lot of people are complaining about this. Hey, a lot of people are having real trouble with this. And I'm sure
it just went downhill from there.
It's the weekend. By Monday, we'll know, what really went down.
We lost connection a couple of dozen times. The connection get really, really, really bad. We were looking at all as 420p, everything was crazy pixelated.
Oh, something I should add about the fight itself. Tyson connected 18 times.
Okay.
In those 8 rounds. He connected 18 punches. In 8 rounds, 18 punches landed. That means he made a little over 1.1 million for each connection. Anyway, here's what's important. The NFL now has a deal with Netflix. The National Football League, what some people call the No Fun League, they started, they used to do a Thanksgiving game. Chuck's not a football guy. Maybe some of you aren't. It's a long tradition that there's a Thanksgiving game. It was always Detroit and Dallas. Mm-hmm. But they wanted to do more, so they split it. So now it's Detroit and someone else, and Dallas versus someone else on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay, I get it.
And then after a little while ago, they added a Black Friday game. That's going to be on, I think, Peacock Network?
I don't know.
Maybe Amazon? One of the streaming services.
Oh.
Okay. And then, now this year, they've added 2 Christmas Day games on Netflix.
I remember seeing the commercial for that. Yeah.
And not bullshit throwaway games. It's Chiefs, Steelers, Ravens. Big market, popular teams. A lot of people are going to watch this. This buffering shit that happened during this does not work in football. It will not work. Imagine this big, important game with playoff implications, right?
Right.
Well, Brent, it looks like it's going to come down to a last-second field goal attempt. He gets off the snap just as time expires. He drops back. Buffering.
Connection lost.
98%.
Try restarting your computer.
99%. 100%. The most incredible finish in football history! You gotta love football!
Oh my gosh, what a hit. That was Raylan Goforth that just lit him up.
People are gonna be furious, man.
Wow.
It's not gonna work.
There's going to be so many TVs flying out of so many windows. I mean,
it's awful. As a football fan, I'd be furious.
yeah.
It's like the second Trump administration. As someone that has to live through it, I'm appalled and saddened and dismayed. But as a comedian, this is going to be great.
So Lincoln freed the blacks, and now look, they're black and they're free. The blacks are free, but they're still complaining all the time.
So that was Tyson Paul.
Wow. And you know at Netflix there is an IT admin and somebody who says, did you not get the 27 emails I sent you? Did you not read the thing? I told you this was going to happen.
I said I needed more service because we couldn't handle the bandwidth and nobody listened to me, and now it's my fault that everybody's mad at me.
That is exactly how...
That's how it's going to go on Monday.
That whole industry. That is exactly how it goes.
Like, I figure around 11:30 last night, their head of IT got a text. We need to have a meeting Monday at 8.
You told me 10 servers would be enough. I said 10 servers might barely be enough, and we should probably double that. I
understand the cutting the cord shit. Cable TV is bullshit. TV used to be free.
Well, yeah.
It used to be
I
free.
mean, you don't have buffering problems when you're broadcasting, so, you know.
But the cable companies are bullshit. I get it.
Yeah, and stupid. Well, I mean, everything's expensive now. It used to be you'd cut the cable because streaming was a lot cheaper. Now, not so much.
Oh, because I got to have 5 goddamn streaming services to watch the 5 shows that I want. Bullshit. Anyway. Gigantic disappointment. I really wish this hadn't happened. I feel cheated. Everybody feels cheated. And I really
Rightfully so.
Mike, and stop. Don't anymore.
No, don't come back and be like, I could do this again. No, just be done.
And if
Jake
Jake
got 20 million, walk away, buy another tiger or whatever.
If Jake Paul wants to legit be a boxer, okay, go get out of the spotlight for 2 years and really work. Learn the sport. Start making your way up. Start fighting some up and coming amateurs, and then start making your way up to the higher contenders.
Or let this experience go straight to your head. Schedule another match in 2 months. Jump in there, and I will watch that.
What against who?
Against a real boxer. I want to see him to go. I could do it. I could do anything. Look what I just did.
But what real boxer?
Yeah.
Canelo? It's not going to happen. Canelo's fighting for championships.
Right.
A guy that's got 10 fights like him, an amateur fighter that you've never heard of, a Luis Garcia from Phoenix. Some guy that's not going to make a $60 million purse.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as people want to see him get his ass kicked, he's going to have to fight a top tier contender, and a top tier contender isn't going to risk his career against in a sideshow. Like
that is true. People didn't tune into this to watch Jake Paul.
Right.
We all tuned into this to watch Tyson.
I mean, if we really wanted to see him fight a killer, it would have been a modern day killer. He's not willing. He's not stupid. He's not going to do that.
That's true. That is the one thing I remember. Even the guys talking about it. The commentators were saying that he's very, very strategic with his opponents. Yes. I was like, that's one way of putting it. Yes, he's very strategic about his opponents.
Because he's been doing this for 4 years. You don't become a high level boxer in 4 years. It takes a lifetime to get good at this sport.
Well. If you watched the fight, we'd love to know what you thought of it. If you didn't watch the fight, I'm sure you've at least seen some of the highlights. So you got to let us know. Were you disappointed? What were you hoping for to be the outcome?
Buffoonery. Yeah. Sheer buffoonery. What an embarrassment. Is he going to make the switch to MMA? Because the learning curve is that much higher in that sport. If we step to an octagon doing UFC rules, he wouldn't last 2 minutes with me. Much less a professional level MMA fighter.
Right?
I don't think he's going to do that. That'd be stupid. He pisses off the wrong guy. They're going to snap his arm. I don't care if he's tapping or not. Fuck you. I'll get famous off fucking crippling you.
How old is Hoist Gracie? Can he?
No, he's in his 60s, and
there you go. He can just make a career fighting 60-year-old guys.
I guess that's one way to do it. It's the equivalent of, do you want to be a pro golfer? Or do you want to be the guy that wins the long drive tournaments? Yeah, kind of the same sport, but
But
not
really.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes from this. I
we'll
guess,
see.
not really, but...
Not really. I'm already disappointed. I just have to imagine there'll just be a lot more disappointment to come.
Damn it. Stupid shit.
I can see through your shirt.
Yeah.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in another video. Later.